Hunger, not the kind you satisfy with food, but the deeper, more dangerous variety that eats away from the inside out. Anthony Michael Bourdain was born on June 25, 1956, in New York City and raised in Leonia, New Jersey. He was the eldest of two sons born to Pierre Bourdain, a classical music executive at Columbia Records, and Gladys Bourdain, a longtime copy editor for the New York Times. Here was a man who transformed the mundane act of eating into a gateway for understanding humanity itself. Yet the very restlessness that made him brilliant would also prove his undoing, a hunger that no achievement could truly satisfy. The Bourdain household valued culture, education, and intellectual curiosity above material comfort. His father's family had immigrated from France, while his mother grew up in a middle-class Jewish-American family. Yet, something about his childhood left him feeling like an outsider. His parents ran a disciplined home with high expectations, and young Tony envied the freedom his classmates seemed to possess. He attended the Inglewood School for Boys in New Jersey before pursuing higher education at Vassar College. The predetermined path, private school, Ivy League, professional success, felt suffocating to someone yearning for genuine experience. While attending Vassar College, he spent a summer as a dishwasher in Provincetown, Massachusetts. By the end of the summer, he had been reassigned to a cooking station and realized he would need more refined skills to keep up with the other cooks. Though he did not initially have ambitions of becoming a career chef, Bourdain was instantly drawn to the lifestyle of a cook. The experience proved transformative. After 2 years at Vassar, he left to pursue formal culinary training. Anthony was a graduate of the Culinary Institute of America in 1978. For the next 2 decades, he worked his way through New York's restaurant kitchens, starting as a dishwasher, progressing through line positions, eventually becoming an executive chef. He spent several years as an executive chef at Brasserie Les Halles in Manhattan. Those 20 years weren't merely training. The kitchen became both sanctuary and prison, a space where a restless mind could channel creativity while battling demons that never quite released their grip. Brutal honesty. This separated Bourdain from every other food writer and television personality. In 1999, The New Yorker published his essay, "Don't Eat Before Reading This," an unsolicited submission that launched his media career. The essay didn't romanticize restaurant life. Instead, it exposed the chaos behind kitchen doors, the drugs, the desperation, the brilliance, the brutal hierarchy. The following year, he expanded the essay into Kitchen Confidential, Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly, 2000. The book became a New York Times bestseller and cultural phenomenon. Gladys Bourdain encouraged her son to publish an article about his difficult experiences as a chef. Television discovered Bourdain Next. A Cook's Tour premiered on the Food Network in 2001 and ran for 35 episodes. The format was revolutionary, a chef traveling the world, eating street food, engaging with local culture. Food wasn't critiqued, it was a gateway to understanding people. No Reservations debuted in 2005 on the Travel Channel and transformed him into a cultural icon. Fearless authenticity defined the series. He didn't perform for the camera. He invited viewers into his genuine curiosity and unscripted reactions. He ate what locals ate and treated food as a curriculum for understanding human experience. The show ran for 8 seasons, taking him to every corner of the globe. Parts Unknown premiered on CNN in 2013, giving him his most expansive platform. The production values increased, but his essential approach remained unchanged. Show up, listen, eat, connect. Each episode addressed geopolitics and social issues with sophistication rarely found in travel programming. Anthony won multiple Emmy Awards and published numerous books. His influence extended far beyond television. He proved that entertainment and intelligence weren't mutually exclusive, that you could entertain audiences while treating them with respect. Success came at a cost. He worked extensively for television, traveling nearly 250 days per year. Bourdain had battled heroin addiction in his youth and achieved sobriety. Yet the fundamental restlessness, the hunger that drove his ambition, never truly left him. Success didn't cure the dissatisfaction, it amplified it. Every achievement raised the question, what's next? The hunger that made him brilliant had become pathological. As his career skyrocketed, the pressures of fame intensified. He struggled with depression and mental health challenges throughout his life. According to available accounts, the weight of his public persona, the expectations of admirers who saw only the television version of Anthony Bourdain, created an isolation that deepened over time. His later work grew more introspective and engaged with the world's injustices. He remained a mentor to younger chefs and journalists, generous with his time despite his own struggles. Friends spoke of his wit and intelligence, yet beneath the charm and celebrity, something continued fracturing. He continued working relentlessly, pushing himself harder even as his body and mind protested. The restlessness that had driven his brilliance had become increasingly unmanageable. On June 8, 2018, Bourdain died while on location in France, filming for Parts Unknown. He was found dead in his hotel room at Le Chambord Hotel in Kaysersberg-Vignoble by his friend and fellow chef Eric Reipert, who was filming with him. The prosecutor of Colmar in France's Alsace region determined that Bourdain hanged himself in the bathroom of his hotel room. His toxicology report showed no traces of narcotics in his system. Anthony's body was cremated in France on June 13, 2018, and his ashes were returned to the United States 2 days later, before being given to his brother, Christopher. The family had a small private ceremony. He would want as little fuss as possible, Bourdain's mother, Gladys, told the New York Times. Legacy and influence Bourdain fundamentally changed how we think about food, travel, and cultural understanding. He proved that television could be a vehicle for genuine education and empathy. He showed that global exploration required humility and respect rather than entitlement and judgment. Anthony Bourdain lived a life of contradiction, a man who preached connection while battling profound isolation. His photographs document him smiling at tables around the world, yet that hunger he spoke of never left him. He showed us that the world is more beautiful, complicated, and worth understanding than our comfortable ignorance suggests. He proved that exploring means transforming, not destinations, but ourselves. Thank you for watching.